lovely designers, welcome back to my channel with another fun learning session for you all. Yes, principles of design. Today we're gonna cover very important topic of design, the principles of design. Let's start from the basics. Before starting with the principles, let's have a look on what this design is. Design. Design is the creation of a plan or convention for the construction of an object or a system. You know what? Design has different connotations in different fields. For example, in graphic, we can have designs of logos, book covers, magazine covers, and UX UI design. While in product field, we can have designs of automobiles or crafts. Similarly, in textile fields, we can have designs of dresses, its texture, and different designs of dyeing, and so on. That's all for design. Let's move on to our main topic, the principles of design. Principles of design. The principles of design describe the ways an artist uses different elements of design in a composition. There are 7 principles of design, and they are balance, rhythm, emphasis, contrast, movement, harmony, and proportion and scale. We'll be discussing each of them in detail. Balance, a sense of equilibrium. While establishing balance, consider visual weight created by size, color, texture, and number of objects. The most successful composition achieve balance in one of 2 ways, asymmetrically or symmetrically. Asymmetrical balance. Asymmetrical balance is also called as informal balance, and it is more complex and difficult to achieve, as it involves varying visual weights for balancing. Symmetrical balance. Symmetrical balance can be described as having equal weight on equal sides of a centrally placed fulcrum. It may also be referred to as a formal balance. Wait, how to bring those balance in design? Let us understand. Such balance can be achieved by using textures, colors, shapes, and spaces. Let's see how. Here are some examples of balancing using textures. We can use our color psychology of warm and cool colors for balancing our design using colors. Shapes can be seen as visual weights for balancing design. Here are some examples. We can take help of positive and negative spaces for balancing our designs. Rhythm. The principles of design that refers to a regular repetition of elements of art to produce the look and feel of movement is our rhythm. Do you know we do have several types of rhythm in our design? Let's see different types of rhythm. There are total 5 major types of rhythm, and they are repetition, gradation, radiation, opposition, and transition. Rhythm by repetition. Such rhythms are created by duplicating or repeating shapes, colors, pattern, line, or textures. Rhythm by gradation. Such rhythms are created by a gradual change in size or color. Rhythm by radiation. Such rhythms are created by identical objects coming from a central axis. Rhythm by opposition. They are created by direct placements of lines, shapes, or color to create opposition to abrupt visual change. Rhythm by transition. They are created by curved lines that carry your eye across a straight surface. Emphasis. Emphasis creates a focal point in a design composition. It is how we bring attention to what is important in it. Emphasis is the focus of attention and interest within a composition. The main reason in using emphasis is to help you communicate the message that needs to be communicated. It is really very important to know how to create those emphases. To create emphasis, you can make it bolder, brighter, you can even change its styles, add special visual effects, border or frame. You can add negative or positive space, shadows or light. You can change the color and position and create a focal points. Contrast. Contrast is simply defined as difference. Difference between elements or subjects within a work of art or composition. How to create those contrasts in design? Contrast is also known as variety. We can bring contrast or varieties in color, texture, size and shape, and space. Let's discuss each of them. Here are some examples of contrast in color. Contrast in texture. Contrast in size and shape. Contrast in space. Movement. It is the visual flow of your design. It is the path that you intend your viewer's eye to follow. You can create this by purposefully placing art elements in a way that creates a path for the eye to follow. Movement is a visual flow through the composition. Movement can also be the suggestion of motion in a design as you move from object to object by way of placement and position. Let's see how to create those movements. You can create this by purposefully placing art elements in a way that creates a path for the eye to follow, as we have discussed it already. Let's have some famous designs based on movement patterns. Harmony. Harmony in visual design means all the parts of the visual image relate to and complement each other. Harmony pulls the pieces of visual image together. Harmony can be achieved through repetition or rhythm. Two types of harmony are unity and variety. Harmony by unity. Unity occurs when all the parts of a design or composition are related by one idea. A unified design has consistency of a style. Harmony by variety. When multiple elements of design are used to add interest to a design. Variety can be created using different elements and materials as long as they are compatible to each other. Proportion and scale. Our last principles of design, scale and proportion, relates to the actual and relative size and visual weight of the design and its component. Placement of objects determine the size when compared to each other, or in other words, we can evaluate the size from the objects surrounded by objects.